And this recording will be shared with all of the third level priestesses, 2016, 2017, and 2018. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out through the mouth, letting go of all the effort. All the effort required to bring you to this point in your life. To feel the potency of the energy as we gather together, priestesses of higher consciousness. And to stand as one at the temple doors. Greeting one another energetically with such joy and reverence and honor. And as the doors open together as one, we walk into the temple. And take our seats in the circle. And just for these next few minutes, we exist beyond the dimensions of time and space, which are but an illusion. And we move through form into formlessness, pure vibration. And like the mystics before us, we put down the things of the world. To go within. To the world within the world. And here you may already notice, as you place 2 fingers at the center of your chest or your palm, whatever feels most comfortable, that your heart has already effortlessly, gracefully begun to expand to its true size, moving out into the field of infinite possibility. No effort required as you merge with that vibration of a greater mind. And if you need to, of course, bring to mind anything at all that evokes these strong feelings of gratitude, compassion, appreciation. Let that electromagnetic field around your heart expand so wide that it encompasses all of your sisters, no matter where they are, around the globe, around the country. We are as one heartbeat. Now taking your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position over your heart. And bowing your head to honor yourself for making time for your mystic. For carving out time and space to place your soul at the front and center of your life. And to remind yourself bodily of how good it feels to do so. And now lowering your hands to your lap, keeping your eyes closed, staying in that inner state. We're going to go into meditation with the Saraswati Bija mantra. And if you're still working your meditation muscles, you're still developing your capacity to stay in that stillness, I invite you to take up now 4-part breathing. And every time you find your mind wandering, you can bring yourself back. You can breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and inhale for 4. You may find you can extend that a little longer, or you may need to shorten it. But use it to keep yourself here and now. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Saraswati Namaha. Aim Shrim Hrim Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha. Residing in that state of expansion, which is your true nature. Notice before you now stands the goddess Saraswati. And you open your hands to her. And she places into your hands one word. And you take your hands now and place them over your heart. And you know in an instant what words Saraswati has gifted to you. What blessing she has bestowed upon you. And now, deepening your breath, placing your hands in your lap and slowly bringing movement, gentle movement back to your body. Whenever you're ready, and only when you're ready, blinking open your eyes. Knowing we are still in that temple, in this sacred place of sharing. And invite anybody who would like to let us know what Saraswati blessed you with. And anything else about that experience for you. And if you choose to speak, and I hope you do, you might also just introduce yourself and tell us where you are. Because I'm aware we have a beautiful collection of priestesses from 3 different groups here. So just unmute yourself when you feel ready and let us know, what did you receive? Hello, Susan.
Hello. Thank you for this today. So I received the word love, which, oh my goodness, how amazing. So normally I'm in Melbourne. Today I'm in Bellingen, up in New South Wales, where I've come to have a look at a place where I'll be holding a retreat. And I'm also masterminding with one of my clients here, so it's been fantastic. So yay, anyway. So when I received the love, it's been on my mind that I need to allow more love in. And I mean that from other people, and stop blocking other people from loving me. So that was really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Who else would like to tell us about their gift?
I will. Hi, I'm Eileen. I'm 2017 third level priestess, 2018 as well. The word I got was peace, which is lovely. But also during that time, I sort of got a message that Saraswati was just so in awe of the purity of all of our hearts, and was encouraging us all to really allow them out, stop covering them and veiling their hearts and our purity, because the truth that we have to speak is so important. We've got to not fear that anymore. And so she just wanted to, she's sort of speaking it in my ear, and I thought, all right, I better share that. So yeah, it's just saying, just let your pure heart shine. It's really important. That's very good.
Thank you for sharing that, and definitely thank you for having the courage to not sit on that message for us all. Oh, that's so beautiful. And it is, you know, her purity is, you know, it's what A Course in Miracles refers to as our guiltlessness, you know, that we are not sinners, we have not failed. Thank you.
And also, I mean, it was also like, I just feel this, and it's like this network of us all, almost like a computer network of all like little tendrils of us all connecting all over. And it was just this beautiful sensation. It was all like from our hearts, and it was just all everywhere. And it was just wonderful.
Jai Ma. Jai Ma, I think everybody should know here because we use it all the time, but its literal translation is victory to the mother. And it's really victory to overcoming the inner demons, the fear and the doubt and the self-loathing. And we will say it a lot. If you've graduated, you know, but it's a way of expressing that absolute joy when you feel yourself and your sisters move from fear to love. And I have to thank Vanessa Meridian, who's not here, in her yoga class on Sunday. She played the Saraswati song for me, and when I heard that, I was so excited. And then when I heard it also includes Jai Ma, which is our kind of like, you know, war cry, joy cry, I got doubly excited and had to share it with all of you. Ah, beautiful. Who else would like to share?
I will.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello. Where depicted the word gold?
Ooh.
Yeah, which I just love. And the message I got was really, it's okay, and don't be afraid to use all your beauty and all your ideas and all your creativity. And in my mind, I was picturing my paintings, and I was like, oh yeah, I can go extravagant and make beautiful things. But I realized that also that pertains to life as well. Yeah, you know, it's okay to bring out that gold, yeah, within me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so beautiful. Yes. The abundance rather than the lack and the impoverishment, that absolute expression of yourself as God. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and yes, you have so many vehicles for sharing that, including your incredible visionary artwork.
Yes.
And that's Belinda. And where are you, Belinda?
Oh, okay. And I'm in Denmark, and I've just moved back here this year, and I've lit the fire this morning.
The joys of the Southwest. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. All right. Anyone else want to share their Saraswati blessing? Karen.
Hello, I'm Karen from Perth, and I'm in this year's priestess group. And before I got on the call, I just got off the phone from my husband with not the greatest news ever, but I was a little bit preoccupied in my head. But the word resilience came through.
Oh, yeah.
And a message of we can bounce back from our difficulties, and moving forward. So, yeah, that was nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And she's such a champion of resilience. You know, what Saraswati means so much to me is that cultivation of that inner discipline. It's beyond, you know, it's not necessarily comfortable. And, you know, Caroline Mace talks about this all the time. Why does our spiritual path need to be comfortable? Why do we want it to look a certain way? To cultivate that inner discipline, to overcome the baser emotions, to overcome our fear response is Saraswati's work. And she's absolutely gifted you with what you need to see your way through next life situation.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Who else would like to share? Rachel?
Hi, beautifuls. I'm Rachel. I'm from Third Level 17, and I'm on the Gold Coast, where it's so hot today. I had a beautiful experience, and I really hope that everyone did have their eyes closed, because there was some serious ugly crying going on here.
No, we were all watching.
Great. I was given the word wholeness, which was really beautiful. And before that part of the meditation, I really had a very strong experience of Saraswati's presence, and her communication to me was very much so that the miracle is mine. It was never something I had to earn. It was never something I have to repay. It is just something that I've held myself apart from. And that process of, you know, it's been slowly dropping in over the last couple of weeks. And this, you know, I just have that, I've had that knowledge, I understand that, but that experience has really allowed that wisdom to activate within me, which is so beautiful. So it was such a gorgeous experience. Thank you.
Oh, I can feel it. Oh. I love that. And I wrote about my experience with Saraswati, my first really transformational experience with her in Spiritually Fierce. And even though we give her the title of the goddess of knowledge, what she has done for me is turn knowledge into experience. And I think that's her power, is not just to have knowledge in that cranial brain, but to actually turn knowledge into what you're describing, Rachel, which is that embodied knowing beyond just the idea that I am wholeness, that I actually am, and what that feels like. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Who would like to share their Saraswati experience?
I will.
Hello, Daniela.
Daniela?
Yeah, so
Yeah, and then we'll go Francesca.
Yeah, hello. I'm from Gold Coast as well. Hi, Rachel. And I'm part of Level 3 Priestesses 2018. So what I received, actually I received so much peace when I was in the deep meditation, but the word I got was love again. They're very, very strong, and saying that, you are love, and you just go out and shine your love, share it, and don't keep it for yourself. Be love always.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. So
yes,
that's all I got. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. And it is what it feels like to be around you, my darling. So I think you're already doing it. You just get to have more fun now.
Thank you.
Okay, Francesca.
My name's Francesca. I'm from 2017, third level, and my word was believe. So that was the word that I got. yeah, I was crying a little bit. Yeah, there's a bit of tears like through meditation. Because the last couple of weeks I've been struggling with just believing that things that I can accept the miracle, or you know, that I will receive like the life that I want. And so yeah, I just have to believe it.
Yeah, what a blessing from Saraswati. And her gift, of overcoming the doubt and overcoming the addiction to the fear. And that is, what she counsels us in is that narrow path, that absolute purity of staying with that single pointed focus, even though there's all this distraction and noise all around us and chaos and life situations that are evidencing that we won't get where we want to be. It's her grace is with us. She's such a blessing. Thank you, dear one. Okay.
Thank you.
Who would like to share their Saraswati blessing?
If no one else wants to go, I'll go.
Hello, Joe.
This is Joe. Hi, everybody. I can't see you all because I'm on my phone, but I'm Joe. I'm from the first group of priestesses, and I'm based in Melbourne. And my word was actually, it was a book. She gave me a book. She said, I will help you write your book of transformation. So that's nice. And I just wanted to say,
nice.
yeah, it's very nice. That's very, so I'll have to do that with her. And I just want to say, I'm like too excited to be with everyone now. Like, I was finding it so hard in meditation. I was like, I just want to hug everyone and hang out. So thank you. Thank you all for being here. This is so special and beautiful.
Yeah. I'm with you, my darling. I'm with you. I love that. I love that she showed you how she will serve you, and she is absolutely the goddess for you, the goddess of that inner discipline that is required to both order our thinking and then to have the discipline to make the time to put it down on paper. She will guide you through that journey, that transformation. That's so beautiful. Yeah, mine was the same during meditation. My heart was racing and it was so much elation, and I had to kind of keep breathing it back in, but I was feeling your joy for sure. Okay, who else would like to share? Amy or Katie? Oh, Katie and Amy. You both have to share now. You don't have to. It's not true. You're independent. You're not the same person. You're sisters, but you're not the same person.
Well, I'm Katie and we're in Yeppoon at Mum's place. Mum's bed, actually. Come and wake Amy up to sit in circle today. So, that was very interesting. I found that when we put our hands out, in my hands was a big lotus flower, and I was trying to look in there to see Saraswati, and she was minuscule in the very bottom of the lotus flower, and the word she had for me was peace. And then I had the realization that what she was representing was that I struggle to find that peace within myself, which is why she presented herself so small. So that was very interesting. So when you asked us to put the peace in our hearts, I actually felt like I needed to put it in lots of places. So I found myself putting it all over my body. So I found that very interesting.
Yeah. What a beautiful image. And I love the way that you could instantly see what the symbology represented for you, and then to take the offer and to take it into every cell. It's like you need to put that word knitted into every cell of your being.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Amy, you don't have to share because you're in the same bed, but if you want to.
Well, I will, because I'm unmuted. So I'm Amy, and I was a part of the first third level as well as Joe, so the 2016 intake. And I'm also a mentor for the other two levels. And I'm in Yeppoon at the moment, but I'm a bit of a gypsy, and I'm soon heading around to all different places where I will see lots and lots of you. So So that meditation for me, during the chanting, I just completely went to a different place. Like, didn't even hear the music. I was not here. And then she just handed me again the word love. And at first I was like, oh, really?
Oh, I love it. It's like when Jo got Grace from Kuan Yin, and she's all like, Grace? I don't want Grace, Kuan Yin. I want something sexy and exciting. That's so gorgeous.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's definitely love. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. And I just completely absorbed it into my heart center, and yeah.
Beautiful. What do you mean, love? Oh my God, I love it. I think this is, a good sign we've been doing the work. I loved that story that Jo shared as well in the mini masterclass in I Am Spiritually Fierce of being really disappointed with her Christmas present or New Year's present from Kuan Yin. And you're in that now. All right. Who else would like to share their Saraswati experience? Shanae.
Can unmute. Hi, I'm Shanae. I live in Brisbane. Very hot. So to hear that Belinda's got the fire going is just blows my mind. I've had the air conditioner on. And I'm in the 2018 intake, which is very exciting. So that was an interesting process in itself, just letting everybody kind of share, because it wasn't until Jo shared that I went, okay, and my heart's now racing because I was like, all right, now I need to do this. I was given a lotus flower as well, which is really spooky because it came before you said anything, Ricky, and then you were like, it's one word, and I was like, fuck, it's not one word, it's a thing, and there's two words, and here I'm going, like, having this little mini meltdown. Ridiculous. And the message is acceptance, clearly, because then it wasn't until Jo then shared that she had a book as something symbolic that I went, okay, it like clunked into place. I have to accept that what I got is, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. So that was really, really spooky. So thank you, Jo. I needed a little gentle nudge, which you inadvertently gave me.
Yes. We never say no to the goddess. However she wants to show up for us, we will accept her gifts. Grace, love, and lotus flowers all are welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Was there a feeling associated with the lotus flower?
I was really confused. It took over. I couldn't actually get to that point of feeling because it was like, oh, I'm searching for a word, and I couldn't forget the lotus flower, so I couldn't get any further, and I definitely stayed a little too cranial to get the most out of that, but it's okay. It's a practice.
But you heard, you received that idea of acceptance, and you can take that lotus flower with you and take it into another practice and just see if it opens itself more to you. But definitely the cranial brain is the enemy of being in this state. But you had such a profound experience. It was there before I even said you'd have anything there. And accepting the miracle of what occurred for you will come more and more with that spiritual self-esteem. Yeah. Thank you. Anybody else like to share?
So on the back of that, mine then, because mine was really weird, and I thought, but thank you for sharing, because then that makes me a little bit easier. So mine was, I got this enormous heart thing that came out, and I went, oh my God, this is amazing. It feels so lovely. And then this golden ray, and I thought, oh yeah, that's nice, And then this bear, and I'm like, what's with the bear? Thanks. And that's all I got was this gold and then this bear. And I thought, okay. So I went Native American a little bit, and I thought, introspection, but that doesn't fit. So I think I'm just going to have to sit with it for a while and go, what's with the bear? If anybody has any input, happy.
Nobody has any input, my darling. That is your bear and your symbol. And I just want to remind you, as well as everybody, that the language of our subconscious, the language of the infinite, is symbolic. It isn't English. So the symbol is so freaking potent. You know, we can invite words to drop in because it's easier for us to interpret, but that symbology is the gift, and that is, as you say, yours now. What is the deeper meaning of this symbol for me? And once again, your cranial brain will not work it out. It will be your heart's intelligence that will do that work for you. So, you know, you can go look up bear in a book, in Native American or whatever, it doesn't matter, but you are the wisdom keeper of what that is for you. Yeah. So we accept the miracle in whatever way it appears for us, and yours was talking in the language of symbol. It's beautiful, beautiful. I'm just quickly checking what's happening in the chat box so I'm not missing anything. We can totally see you messing with your ears, Susan. I think you're having a spiritual awakening in your itchy ears. Yep. All right. Yes. No, we can see you. Cool. All right. That's all that was going on there. Anybody else like to share that experience? Especially if you're not sharing out of fear. You might be not sharing out of love, and that's cool. But if you're not sharing out of fear, then now's your turn.
Okay, that's me. Yep. That's me then. I wasn't sharing out of fear, so I'll just say it because it's very simple, and I guess I was thinking, oh, this is too simple. But I know that in human brains, we complicate things. So simplicity is love and the power. Because all that I got, and it was just very strong and very simple, was just seeing the word blessings. And it was before you said blessings as well. So that I thought, well, that is definitely, this is my word for me then, because she made sure she said it before you said blessings. And just it was just sort of embedded right in my heart, blessings. And I took that to mean, instead of worrying about things and everything, just to it's not about counting the blessings, because that makes it seem like it's very finite and just counting each one. Just to be with the blessings, the past, the present, and the future, because there is no time. It's just blessings.
Yes. Oh, I'm feeling you, baby.
Thank you.
Oh, that got me right in my heart. Oh, that feels good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, so glad fear didn't keep you quiet. Okay, next one. I know there's
Hi, everyone.
Oh, good. I knew there was someone else not sharing.
Yeah, it's Shana.
Beautiful.
I'm just wandered out of my library because it's really noisy in there because there's so many kids. But I've been very blessed to stick a headphone in my ear and participate. I'm in Perth. I'm from the 2017 intake, and I started actually really late to the meditation, and you know, with the kind of mindset that, oh, I'm too late for this and nothing will come through, but I'll just listen anyway, and I'll, you know, just breathe into it. And so my word was freedom, and freedom in that sense that it goes beyond me and beyond you and beyond all of us and beyond even our I don't even have the words, beyond even our capacity to hold ourselves into our physical space. It's a freedom that kind of shoots out into the entire universe, and that is our freedom, to go beyond the conforms and the constraints and the ourselves and what container we present ourselves, that freedom to go beyond all of that, so far beyond all of it. Yes. Into that expansion, that pure expansion.
Oh yeah, baby. That's a good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty intense, sitting in my library and they're doing photos all around me and I'm just like expanded into the universe. And I'm still shaking.
The mystic without walls. And I'm not surprised yet. Yeah, Saraswati would wait for you, my darling. She would absolutely not mind bringing you in at any point. Oh,
yeah.
That's so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always ready to be of service. Always ready. Always ready. I love that. We don't have to have the perfect conditions. Okay. Any of my other beautiful priestesses?
I'll share in the love.
Share in love. Beautiful.
Saraswati, she's very dear to my heart, and it's just what I needed today. Last night I found myself feeling a bit nostalgic and melancholic for this like past self of I feel like when you're on this spiritual path and you're evolving, and then you stop and take a moment to reflect on, I don't know, like this past of it doesn't exist anymore. And I was feeling this, I don't know, just this feeling of nostalgia and then reconnecting with Saraswati today, the message she gave me was peace, and it just hit me. And I know other people have also felt the word peace, but it was so potent. It just felt like an instant coming back to the present.
Yes.
And an activation of, this is where you're meant to be.
What a blessing. And I saw your face when I knew Saraswati was the one we were going to be working with, and you instantly appeared. So obviously she was calling you in to make sure you would be here for this, to get your blessing to come back to the present where peace is. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for, whenever we have times like that, it's that shedding of another layer, just letting go of another layer, and we can feel that nostalgia or melancholy or grief around what we're letting go of. But if we just recognize it's just going, we speed the process up. Thank you. Anyone else want to share?
Hi, Will, Ricky. It's Kylie. I'm from Brisbane. I'm getting a nudge from Kuan Yin. I got two words. I got trust and I got love. So first of all, she gave me trust, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And then she gave me another one. So trust in the process and just be love were the messages that I got.
It's pretty straight and direct instruction, really, isn't it?
Pretty much like me.
I love it. No messing around.
Yep.
Thank you, my darling. That's so beautiful. And
thank you
for speaking. Thank you for not being quiet. Thank you for feeling the high priestess. Don't ignore the high priestess. Beautiful. Amy, and is that, I'm guessing Katie's going too, or is it just one of you going? One of you's going. Okay. Yes, Rachel, I will share the link to the mantra. Absolutely. It's just on Spotify, and it's the Saraswati Ma, M-A. John and his last name's K-A-D-T, I think, but I'll share the link as well. Is there anybody else who would like to speak before we seal our circle?
Can I ask a question that's just a general sort of question? I've been noticing a lot, sometimes after meditation, I either get ringing in the ear, or I'm feeling really, so the ringing in the ear, I've had ringing in the ears in the past, but lately it's been a lot more. And also just feeling, I guess it's not being grounded enough, but sometimes getting a bit, I do have a bit of low blood pressure, but feeling quite, although I feel grounded, but I still feel lightheaded. Do you know what I mean? And I get the ringing in the ear as well quite a bit. So I'm wondering whether that's a doctor thing or a spiritual thing.
Well, even if it is a doctor thing, and I think you have to figure out for yourself if it is, but even if it is a doctor thing, it is a symptom of what is happening energetically, because it can't be any other way. We're not doing anything that isn't energetic. There'll be a lot of different theories and a lot of different ideas of what that is for you. I would simply hand it over to God. And the mantra that I use whenever I'm having physical symptoms, you know, people will often get really excited about what they call ascension symptoms. And there's a lot of egoic stuff about, oh my God, I'm evolving so fast that I have all these really freaking awful things happening to my body. Like what do they call the flu? Like ascension flu and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, sure. If you need to awaken through suffering by all means do. And that's certainly not what you're saying, Eileen. But rather than attaching a story to it, if it's uncomfortable or if it feels odd, it's probably energy moving very quickly, but just give it back to God. And the mantra is ease and grace. Ease and grace. If we're ever having a physical symptom that we could assign to movement of energy, then ease and grace is your mantra, because it's just that our physiology is sometimes not going to be able to hold what we're connecting into as quickly as we are ready to connect into it. The more that we devote ourselves to our physical practices, the more we devote ourselves to living in accordance with the purity of Saraswati, for example, the more we'll be able to hold that high frequency very, very quickly. But it's a great question. You know me, everything is beyond belief. The peace that we're seeking is beyond the belief. So I recommend simply giving it back to God. If the physical symptoms get too uncomfortable or you feel that there is a need to get a medical opinion, then you absolutely do that. There's no need to not go and see your doctor.
I just thought because, you know, it's interesting because it'll be one ear and then it'll be the other ear and it'll be high pitch or low pitch or even just because I've had a couple of migraines the last few days as well. So there's definitely, you know, a shift happening in a way. But, you know, I just the ringing of the ear has just been something that's been niggling the question because it's been happening more and more. I thought, I'll ask just to, you know.
And many of us will be having symptoms. So, you know, the beautiful kind of slightly jokey play on words, shift happens. Like you are shifting, and as a result of that shifting, your physiology is going to be playing catch up to where you can go. But there are practices that you can engage in that will support your physiology. Yoga is a big one for me, but all physical exercise, as long as it's done with love, will also support that, because you're producing those hormones, those love hormones that make everything flow much more readily. If you are not moving your body in a healthful way, you're not giving your soul the best advantage. It's really, really powerful when you start to see how this is the temple. Like you get that. And everything you put into that body, before you put it into your body, ask the question, is it love or is it fear? And you will quickly find out. And it's really annoying at the moment for me. I've keep getting further and further on the path of veganism. And when I bring dairy near my body, I'm like, I'll just have this sneaky bit of cheese. I have like a physical repulsion to it. It's so annoying because I really wanted that piece of cheese. But the body is the barometer of the soul. We've heard that before. And the more that we move on this path of purity, the more we feel the incongruence when our actions aren't in alignment. Thank you for that question. I think that's a beautiful thing to remind ourselves of, that yes, we can go and Google ascension symptoms and tell ourselves that we're all on the path to God through suffering, or we can just say ease and grace, and we can invite no suffering on this path of awakening. And that also includes just putting down judgment of what those things are, unless it's actually a really, really bad, painful thing. It's just what it is. So, beloveds, I would love to seal our circle just by going back into that temple and taking ourselves back into this time and space dimension. You might have thought that you were in this time and space dimension the whole time, but you weren't. And I just want to remind you the sacred privilege of gathering together in this way, and that everything that happens in this circle is to remain in the circle, and that it is our great, great privilege to witness one another as we move from fear to love, and to gather in this way as Joe is feeling, and I am certainly feeling, with all of the generations of the priestesses, and we will only continue to grow. It just gives me such immense joy. So let's be in that space of reverence and awe for one another, and maintain that absolute respect for what has transpired here remains within this sacred space. Closing down the eyes, deep breath in, letting it go, and just taking your hands into that prayer position over your heart. And notice yourself in the circle, inside the temple, all of your sisters, those who are here now and those who will listen later, and those who have walked the path before you and with you. We are all energetically knit together. And stand now, bowing to one another, perhaps embracing, moving around the circle, showing your appreciation, your love, your gratitude. And notice now that the temple doors begin to open and the light streams in. And together you move towards this opening through this sacred portal. And you move back out into the world of the dream. You leave behind reality to go back into the dream. But now you are altered. You have seen beyond the veil. And that is your privilege and your responsibility. Notice now, as you take a deep inhalation and let it go, bringing some gentle movement back to your body, noticing that you are in your space on this Tuesday, listening to the sound of my voice. And the key to freedom is to be fully present in this moment now. And we dedicate this practice to the liberation of the divine feminine everywhere. May the goddess prevail. And so it is. I honor each and every one of you, and I'm so grateful, so grateful. My heart is full, and I love you more than you can know. Have the most beautiful day ever. Mwah, mwah.